the Democratic convention is coming up next week. Hillary Clinton is likely to announce her VP pick tomorrow. The three leading candidates right now, Perez, Vilsack, and Tim Kaine. Obviously, we'll find out. Look, Perez is more liberal. I'd be surprised if it was him. Does Elizabeth Warren have any chance? Some people say maybe, but probably not. So if she goes with Kaine or Vilsack, what that means is, I think I got this wrapped up. I'm confident.
Which would be a crazy thing
Yeah,
to think
and by the way, one of the reasons that they want to do it is, we need white male, so I'll put a white male on. There's no white male that's like, Vilsack, I'm going to go for Hillary Clinton. That's not how anybody in the real world thinks.
Right.
So, and I say that as a lead up to how are they going to do? So we just saw the Republican convention. How's the Democratic convention going to be? Well, I think that they would be well served to have balance. Yes, as we talked about here, you've got to give people a positive vision of America that they can aspire for. I think they'd be well served to say, hey, this progressive vision is that positive vision. Hey, progressives, get excited, turn out my base, get more voters, and independents, all the things you liked about Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
About, hey, giving your kids an equality of opportunity, I'm going to give you that. But don't let them get away with this fear-mongering. Yeah. Fight back against it. So you're going to chant guilty, guilty, guilty. At least have a couple of speeches that are strong and put Trump in his place. Don't just give me rainbows and unicorns. Get out there with a couple of billy clubs politically, and make sure that the American people understand what a clown this guy is, what a failure he is, what a loser he is, a 4-time loser. You've got to point that out. And then have Hillary Clinton end on a positive note, unlike what happened with the Republicans. Then you would have a successful convention. Will they do that, or will they largely play it safe? And if they play it safe, then watch out. Even though I think that the Republicans did not win the day with their convention, the Democrats can still bungle it by playing prevent defense.
I would argue that the Democrats' biggest weakness is playing it safe and remaining civil when they're attacked. And they were attacked. Hillary Clinton especially was attacked during this convention quite a bit. She has to stand up for herself. She has to be smart about her VP pick. I'm very concerned about that, especially because she does need to convince some portion of Bernie supporters to vote for her. And I have to be honest, I don't want Trump to win. Bernie Sanders was very active on social media, especially Twitter today, sharing all of his reasons why we cannot allow Trump to win. And I agree with him. But she also needs to share a more progressive platform.
If she just came out and said, I'm anti-fracking, just that, I think. Just something. Yeah. Right? Just a bone, throw it. And I think it would wipe out a lot of bullshit.
Look,
maybe she could say, I am going to reinstate Glass-Steagall, and I will do frack. Give me two things. And then it's no contest.
There was her conceding on higher education. Her plan is much better now. And Citizens United. So look, she does seem willing to compromise and negotiate a little bit. So look, that's much better than the violent rhetoric that we've been seeing at the RNC.
According to when Bernie endorsed her, she's for a 55-year-old buy-in to Medicare, if you want, and she is committed to poor and middle-income people going to college for free. That's her plan within 5 years. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that until Bernie endorsed her. I found out all this stuff, and I looked it up, and it was somewhere she had said yes to all that stuff. So let's hope that that's true. And if she runs on that speech that Bernie endorsed her with, I think she'll win no trouble. She'll win. That is a populist message that people want to hear today. And that's all she has to do. I don't know why she won't do it.
Well, and remember, he's speaking the first night. He is going to be, to some extent, setting the stage as the big speaker, and then the rest of the convention happens. And so I think if he generates a lot of enthusiasm, if people are really into it, it's going to put even more pressure on the speakers that come after to not revert back to establishment bullshit. I think in terms of what they should accomplish, I like when they mock him. I don't think that they will go too hardcore. And I think Obama will, because he likes that sort of jokey speech style. But I do think that they're going to throughout the primaries, try to attach herself to Obama as much as possible. And for every one of her flaws, she would throw Obama under the bus and say he was the same. I think that she's going to continue that. But in terms of the Trump, they have the benefit of the fact that he has the small weakness of the fact that he's one of the most hated people in America. And I think that while he can probably go pretty far and trying to convince Americans that the world is a scary place, it is very easy to make the case that Donald Trump is a scary person who cannot be allowed to be anywhere near the White House. And I think that that is going to be a big focus of these speeches, is he is a horrifying psychopath and you can't allow him to become president.
They can also highlight the fact that Republicans themselves are distancing themselves from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Right?
They had an ad like that.
Oh, okay, so there you go.
Yeah, and so guys, the Republicans, it appears, largely bungled their convention, and they've given the Democrats a great opportunity. Now let's see if they're willing to take that opportunity. So don't go soft, don't play prevent defense. So give us both. Give us the heat, because you need to show the American people you cannot elect this guy. But don't be standard political speeches either. Be a little bit real, and then finally end with something for us to root for. Whether we're progressives or we're independents or we're Americans, we want to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we got a shot. Maybe we got a shot at improving our wages. Maybe we got a shot at a better job. Maybe our kids have a shot at a better life. Show us how we can get there. Then I think you'll win the day. Whether they're going to do that, we'll find out next week. And obviously, the Young Turks will be covering all of the DNC. We will be live for approximately 12 hours a day on youtube.com/TYT. Don't miss a minute of it. We do 3 different shows. We do interviews. We talk to the delegates. We do YouTube Live for you guys. And we are going to give it all to you next week, Monday through Thursday.